Hi, and welcome to Academic Compliance Academy of Anti-Money Laundering. In this video, I'm going to talk about the different stages of money laundering, so the actual process of laundering money. There are different perceptions on how we should consider these stages. I'm going to bring forth the classical one and the extended version. So the classical one would be the one that we typically see within the academic literature and the one that has been used the most. The extended version is based on recent academic literature where we try to question if there might be a before and after stage of the classical process. But let's look at the classical version first. The classical version, the classical stage of money laundering consists of three parts. It's placement, layering, and integration. The first one, placement. That stage regards that we need to get our illicit funds into the financial sector, into the legitimate economy. So we need to place our funds in there. It has been way easier than it is now because we got a lot of regulation, we got a lot of controls, especially in the banking sector, trying to limit the possibility of getting dirty money into the system. The second part, the second stage of money laundering is the layering process. This is where we want to disguise the origin. So if anyone at any point think that our transactions may be suspicious, it will be hard for them to backtrack and find out where does the money origin from. And hence, in that sense, it will be hard to find out if it is illicit funds. So layering is all about sending the money back and forth, mix them typically with a bunch of money that has pure legal origin. In that sense, it becomes harder because it's really hard to see if a 50 euro bill that is clean and a 50 euro bill that is dirty, if you mix them up and divide them again, what is what? In that sense, money is really easy to layer, disguise, and mix and match. The third stage of money laundering is integration. So when we've disguised the origin and layered our funds, we may integrate them into what we really want. The reason why we put them in the legal economy in the first place. That might be purchase of goods, services. It also might be investments, financial, commercial investment, or industrial investments. It's not always clear what the intentions are, because they can be multiple. Some might need products or services from the legal economy to really use for further illegal purposes. So this is the classical approach. When we then purchase some goods with money that seems to be clean, well, the stages of money laundering is finished. Because now we got something out of the money and everyone thinks that the origin of this money, the money that bought this product, was legal and had a legal origin. So this is the classical stages of money laundering. The extended version, there we go a bit further. So to backtrack it, we put in one more stage before the actual placement into the financial system, and that is the pre-layering stage. Because sometimes, because the regulatory demands, for example, given banks, have increased a lot, there is a lot of focus on money laundering these days. Therefore, pre-layering can be a good way to disguise that the origin is illegal. So you kind of already start the layering process before even putting the money into the bank to make the placement stage much easier. This could be that you take the illicit funds and already at a pre-layering stage try to mix and match them with some legal funds. In that sense, it becomes hard for the bank or who's ever guarding the financial system to see what is legal, what is not legal. Another application is the post-layering. So I put that after the question mark. So the post-layering will typically be that you need to disguise where you use the money, especially, and I put this up here, if it is used for reinvesting for illegal purposes. Because if you just want to buy a fancy car, that is not a problem in itself. Then we don't need this post layering. But if you need products or something that will help, that you need for your illegal businesses, then you might want to buy some stuff and put in an intermediary or multiple intermediaries, subsidies, and bring a layering process of these goods before you take them out for use. In that sense, you're also disguising the use of the product so no one can link it in that end. So this was the extended stages of money laundering. So overall in this video, we've been looking at the actual process on what are the stages when we launder money, or when criminals want to launder money. So stay tuned, subscribe to this channel, and let's talk more about money laundering.